So the price of an asset like Bitcoin does not exist in a vacuum. It is affected by what's happening in the world. And even when I consider those outside factors, I still have reason to be bullish. And in this video, I'm going to explain why. First, I'm going to talk about the policies of the US Federal Reserve, which is the central bank of the United States. You might be asking, Lorraine, I live in Kampala, I live in Abuja. Why should you care about the policies of the US Federal Reserve or the US Fed? Well, the US is the largest economy in the world. The US dollar is the global reserve currency, and 60% of the reserves held in central banks around the world are in US dollars. Most of the debt in the world is denominated in US dollars, and a strong dollar or weak dollar can affect the economy of a country because it has a big impact on trade. So a central bank will hike or cut its interest rate depending on prevailing data to strengthen its economy. Just recently, the Central Bank of Nigeria raised its interest rates to bolster the naira, which has lost value against the dollar. When a central bank hikes its interest rates, it reduces the amount of money circulating in the economy. This is because the interest rates on loans go up, the interest rates on mortgages go up, and people are hesitant to spend their money. They are more hesitant to spend their money buying assets like crypto, which are very volatile and considered quite risky. What happens when a central bank decides to cut rates? And this happened in 2020 during the COVID crisis when central banks all over the world decided to cut their interest rates. And they did this to support economies that were struggling when there was reduced economic activity, since most of us were at home. So when it cuts its interest rates, it increases the amount of money in the economy. The interest rates on loans are low, interest rates on mortgages are low, people have more money in their pocket, and so they spend more. And if they spend more, they are usually more comfortable buying assets like crypto, which are high risk and quite volatile. So interest rate cuts are good for crypto markets. Interest rate hikes are not ideal for the market. And the market is very fickle. It is very unpredictable. It is, like I said, very volatile. If there's a rumor here, a whisper there, an announcement of a rate hike or a rate cut, it will spread like a ripple throughout the market, affecting the prices of assets either positively or negatively. So, what is the US Fed going to do this year? Is it going to raise rates? Is it going to cut rates? Well, the US Fed only signals. It uses its language very carefully. And this is probably because it knows the impact what it states has on various markets. So at the end of last year, it signaled that it would cut interest rates in 2024. And then earlier this year, it suggested that it would cut interest rates if the economic data supported it, and it would only do so after its March meeting. Its meeting on the 19th and 20th of March. So let's assume that it cuts interest rates. That will bode well for the economy. So if the Fed cuts interest rates or announces it will cut interest rates and doesn't hike interest rates, then the crypto market and other markets will do well. And so I remain optimistic. Of course, the Fed can decide to go the opposite way, but the expectation is that it will announce that it will cut rates. Now, it's not just the markets, it's not just interest rates and the global economy that affect the price of an asset. It's also the state of geopolitics. And so geopolitical conflict and tension could adversely affect the market. At least that's what I thought. But then last year, the US stock market had one of its best years in decades. And Bitcoin, which was started the year at about 16,500, ended the year at about $44,000. This was despite the conflict that was going on in different parts of the world. So as I was looking for an answer to this question, I came across two articles from 2014, one in the Financial Times and one in Investment Week. So Gideon Rachman, in an article for the Financial Times titled, "Why Investors Are Ignoring War, Terror, and Turmoil," concluded that it has been a long time since international politics really transformed the outlook for investors for years as opposed to mere months and weeks. So it's not that the markets do not respond to geopolitical tension and conflict. It just seems that they're less sensitive to it, and their reactions are short-lived, and they tend to recover very quickly. And then Jamie Aguelo, who was with Barclays Wealth Management at the time, in an article for Investment Week, concluded that the key driver of market movement seems to be the US Fed policy. In cases where the data doesn't surprise, it is really what the Fed says and how it says it that moves the markets. So again, the Fed has signaled it will cut interest rates. Assuming it follows through, that should bode well for the crypto market and other markets. So that's all that I have for you today. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and share. Thank you so much for watching and for listening. I will catch you in the next one.